What's going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we are learning about EDHM UI. This is how we actually customize our HUD color inside of Elite Dangerous. Now, I will have a link down in the description down below to get to this website. However, all you have to do is click download now, and it'll have a little pop-up in the top right-hand corner to install. Your firewall might say it's an unknown application. If you click install anyways, then it will get to downloading. So basically, you're able to download a whole bunch of different themes. I'm going to show you today how to apply different themes to different ships, how to set your overall theme, and if you don't like it and you want to revert back to like the original game state, I will show you how to turn it off just in case you want to revert back to the old school style day. Alright, so as you guys can see, it'll be right here. All you gotta do is click on it and then run the application. So click more info and then run it anyway. I already have it installed, so I can't do it anymore. But as you guys can see, all you have to do is click next, then you can either, this is where you assign it to the folder. It doesn't have to be in a specific drive or anything like that. It should automatically pull from your game files. So once you have that installed, head over to the application itself. Now, a very quick preview of this, basically you have your individual panels that you're able to customize inside the game. On the right side here, you have 204 themes that you're able just to click and choose from if you're just wanting to do it the nice and easy way where you use the thumbnails and you edit it from there. One really cool thing about this application though, however, is you can actually have the game so it's in its launcher state. You don't have to have it in its launcher state, but if you're wanting to make changes, at least be outside of the game. So as you guys can see, we're just in the launcher state. We can fully close the game out and it would also work. All right, so we got that. So the different themes here, all you have to do is click on it. And for example, you can right click, you can apply theme, rename theme, edit theme parameters. All right, so if we scroll through it and find a skin that we really like. So for example, this Arcane Violet, we'll just use this one as an example. If you're wanting to customize it from here, you can actually click on global settings. This is where you can set your background opacities for the messages, jump zip info. Now, most of this color protection I'd recommend keeping on, and they even have a little warning label saying to keep them on because they don't want things to break inside your game. So just keep all these checkboxes on if you're trying to play it safe. But you do have like space dust, you can customize the color of it, the brightness. So if you're trying to like lower one thing, you can also have canopy scratches, canopy ice, and canopy condensation. That's all cool and everything, but one really unique thing about this is if you're wanting to like save a specific UI in case you want to like go back to it eventually, or if you're wanting to try other ones, this little favorite icon, just go and click on the star. Just click on the favorites right here. You can pop up your favorite options over here. All right, so let's say we want to try out this gold dark skin. So all you have to do is right click, you can apply it, or you can apply a theme in the top right hand corner here. All right, so now that we have that applied, we launch our game. The one caveat to the game, you actually need to close out the EDHM to load it up fully because it is going to block you from going on the live servers. As soon as you get into the game though, you're able to open it back up to change it without having to restart every single time. So we're going to close it out. Alright, so now that we're inside the game, as you guys can see, our theme is completely different. Now, one thing that's really unique about this, we're going to go to disembark. So I want to actually add in a second ship to the list that we can show the rest of this application. Alright, so now that we have ship number 2 here, let's go and get inside of the cockpit here. You'll see why in a moment. Alright, so if we pull back open the application. Alright, so now once we are back inside the EDHM, if we click on the main menu here, you should see a Shipyard section, so click on this. And this is where you're going to be able to assign your different ships here. You're going to be able to have this check mark where it says enabled, so let's go and turn it on. Do you give us permission to access your player journal and retrieve the list of your ships and basic profile data? We need this information to enable automatic theme changes when you board your ship. You can disable this feature at any time. If you want this, click on yes. Click save changes. Alright, so now that you'll notice we have 2 different ships available to us, you are going to have to get inside of your ship for it to be able to find it. To know this, if you click the little question mark that says, this shipyard is a feature that allows you to automatically assign different themes to each of your different ships when you embark. So basically, as long as you get inside of your ship, you're able to fully customize it. So now we are in our Sidewinders profile. And if you want to select a different theme, for example, so we could do like the, I don't know, Arcane Violet. Click update. So now, theoretically, whatever we get inside of that ship, it should give us the Arcane Violet. We're probably going to have to restart our game. And the Mark II, since it's here, let's go ahead and change this over to, let's say the Razor Blade Meltdown. So let's click update. So as you guys can see in this main menu section here, it's going to be done. Click on save. This is the only downside of the application, so you have to get back to the launcher before you're able to re-see everything. All right, so I wasn't actually able to get the Shipyard to work. I'll either update the comment section down below on how to get it to work properly, or I'll make a separate video if it's a very long workaround for it. But anyways, there's a few other really cool things that I want to show off before we learn how to actually turn off EDHM if you want to go back to the default colors. So number 1, if you click F1, you can toggle on and off the white objects and the red aren't. So if you want to clear up some of your clutter, You can do that, and as you guys can see, some objects that we weren't actually needing to see can automatically be hidden off the radar. F2 is going to be your panel shadows, so you can actually lower it quite nice. You can do the cabin ambient light, so you can do F3, that's going to fully turn it off, or you can raise it all the way up. I think the dim setting actually makes it look a little bit nicer, so we'll probably keep it like that from now on. And F4 is the cycle radar grid line intensity, so as you guys can see, it turns off, and it just slowly goes up brighter. Alright, so let's say that you want to return back to the nostalgia colors, or you just want to revert your colors that you made and go back to the original. So to do that, we're going to exit the game. Alright, so once you're back inside the application, in the top left corner where it says main menu, if you click on this, you'll see where it says enable EDHM. If you click on it again, EDHM is now disabled. You can now restart the game. So we'll restart it once again, just to show you guys, it does go back to the default colors. And as you guys see, it immediately goes back to the default orange colors, and we'll load up our game just to show you guys the cockpit view. For anyone curious, the cockpit color scheme, it actually doesn't transfer over, so the F1 through F4, that is an EDHM specific thing. They do have a few color schemes that are just like default if you're wanting just to have the ability to turn down the saturation a little bit. But yeah, if this guide helps you out change your colors, please let me know in the description down below. And if you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully this tutorial helped you guys out. Once again, we will have a update down in either the comment section or a separate video on how to get the shipyard working. Once the developers hit us back, hopefully it's a short workaround and we can just update it down in the description.